New York Rangers starting goaltender Igor Shesterkin has been a little off so far this season. He's played nowhere near the Vezina caliber guy that we've obviously seen in the past, and he's had his up and down moments, but unfortunately over the last little while has kind of come back down, and it's not what you want to see it of a guy who has so much talent. I mean, we know he can be the best goalie in the entire world. He has that kind of talent. He's proven that in the past, but so far this year has really been streaky. He's had his moments where he has looked like that Vezina caliber guy. I mean, he had a few game stretch there a while back where he was playing some amazing hockey, but unfortunately, as of late, he kind of has gone back down, which it does suck. I mean, we know he has so much talent. We know he can be, like I said, the best goaltender in the entire NHL. He can be the literal best guy in the entire world. But right now, he is definitely not playing like that at all, which it does really suck. I mean, the most recent game against the Vancouver Canucks, he allowed 5 goals on 25 shots, which obviously isn't the best, but the Rangers overall defensively as well, looking at the forwards and the defense, has been pretty bad as of late, especially. I mean, we've seen a lot of bad turnovers, and it's kind of been like this for the last few weeks, it feels like now. And hopefully, obviously defensively, this team will tighten things up, and Peter Laviolette will get working with the guys, and they'll obviously kind of try to fix those issues, because we've seen a lot of just horrible turnovers in the defensive zone, just really just awful passes, not really looking to see where the guy is, and it just gets picked off in our own zone, and they come down and score literally right off that turnover. We've seen that a lot in the past few weeks, so that's one thing this Rangers team definitely needs to fix, and I think, obviously, I made a video yesterday talking about 2 Calgary Flames D-men who could be potentially traded. Either of those guys added in, I think, could be, pretty good adds there, and definitely would help out on the defensive side of things, and also obviously help out Igor as well, so definitely go check out that video if you haven't already. But taking a look here at what Igor has done so far this season, his stats, he's got 25 games started, 16 wins, 9 losses, a .904 save percentage, a 2.85 goals against average, and 0 shutouts. And taking a look here at what he's done the past couple seasons, he's got a .916 save percentage last season with a 2.48 goals against average and 3 shutouts, which isn't bad at all. The previous year when he won the Vezina, had a .935 save percentage, a 2.07 goals against average, and 6 shutouts. The year after that, his second year in the NHL back in 2020-2021, had a .916 save percentage and a 2.62 goals against average with 2 shutouts. And his first year in the NHL, obviously kind of played most of that year in the AHL, but then had 12 games there, 10 wins, 2 losses, played really good, had a .932 save percentage, and obviously only 12 games played, but still fantastic in his first year in the NHL with a 2.52 goals against average. So he's obviously has a ton of talent. He's had a lot of success in the NHL already. He's done it very well over the past couple of years. But this year so far has been really disappointing as a Rangers fan. I mean, watching him play, I am a big fan of Igor. But right now, we're just clearly not seeing the best out of Igor. Taking a look here at some other stats, Igor Shesterkin right now, among all goaltenders in the NHL with at least 10 games played, that's for all these stats here I'm going to read off. Goals saved above expected, he is currently in 20th place with a 4.9, right behind Alex Nedeljkovic with a 5. Alex Lyon's a couple ahead of him, about 5.2 as well. Right behind him is Joey Daccord, who's been great for the Kraken as of late. He's got a 4.8, and then right behind him as well is Jordan Binnington at a 4.4. So not too bad. I mean, goals saved above expected, I think, is a pretty relevant stat and definitely one to take a look at for goalies. I think this obviously shows that he's not doing terrible, but 20th place for a guy like Igor is nowhere near where he should be. That's below average for starters, right? So he's clearly just off. He's not playing his best hockey right now, but I'm sure that he can turn things around. I mean, a guy like Jonathan Quick is way up there above him in 11th place with a 9.1, so almost double. I mean, that's pretty good there for Jonathan Quick, but not so great for Igor Shesterkin. Taking a look here at the expected goals against average for Igor, he is in 36th place with a 3.05, and then you take a look at the goals against average better than expected, it's at a 0.2. So not the best there for Igor. You can take a look at right behind him in 37th place is Vasilevsky, who, yes, is normally a fantastic goaltender, but we know this year Igor and Vazzy have both been way off and nowhere near what they should be doing. So right now you don't really want to see Igor close to Vazzy in most of these numbers. Taking a look though at Jonathan Quick, for example, though, his expected goals against average is a 3.11 in 41st place, but then you take a look at his goals against average better than expected, it is at a 0.67, which is very good. And for some context, that 0.67 goals against average better than expected is in 4th place in the entire NHL for Jonathan Quick, and then way down there with that 0.2 is Igor Shesterkin in 22nd place, tied with Joey Daccord. So not the best there. Obviously, Igor's numbers aren't the greatest, and I think it's kind of clear that, yes, at times, maybe the team does play a bit better in front of Jonathan Quick. I would definitely agree with that at times. It is. I mean, it's the NHL, right? Game to game, teams are going to play different. You're going to have your bad games here and there. And sometimes it just that happens, right? Sometimes a team does play better in front of a certain goaltender, whether they are the actual better guy or not, the more talented one or not. Sometimes it just happens. And taking a look here at Igor Shesterkin's wins above replacement, which is a pretty good stat to take a look at. He is currently in 20th place with a .81. Right behind him is Joey Decord with a .79. And then right above Igor with a .84 is Alex Nedeljkovic of the Pittsburgh Penguins. So not where you want to see Igor at. Definitely not way down there in 20th place. I mean, he's obviously a much better goalie than that. And then Jonathan Quick, though, is in 11th place with a 1.51. Those are pretty solid numbers there for Jonathan Quick. And I think Quick has shown to be a really great goaltender so far this season. He has been way better than expected, and I'm really happy to see that, especially with Igor having his struggles. Having a guy like this as your backup, a veteran guy who's been there, done that in the playoffs. We know that as Rangers fans, unfortunately. He's had a lot of experience in the playoffs. He's been in the league for a very long time. He's obviously one of the greatest Americans of all time, really, for being honest here. So at least we do have a very good backup goaltender in Jonathan Quick, though, with Igor Shesterkin not being near his best. Anyways, though, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please smash the like button. Don't forget to comment down below your guys' thoughts on this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.